All right, turn 17, 1944, July. This is RC here. So last turn, Russia declared war on Germany to prevent getting attacked, and Germany decided that it was going to just accumulate some of its forces. If you want to see all the details of what each player did on each turn, I'm going to have an additional video for this year as well. I'll put them all together into one big thing, shows all the rolling, shows all the crazy Navy battles, whatever else is pertinent. This is just a summary video. So Germany built and moved a whole pile of its fast movers up to the front, built a few in the back there. It stacked up Romania. It's a good thing it did, because this is all it's got left is that. It lost Bulgaria. It lost Warsaw. So Russia has made the first play in here. We'll see what the Germans do in retaliation next turn. I'm not even sure. I'm not sure what to do. Germany did attack the other piece of Finland that Russia had owned. So they did attack in the marsh, but there's no units there, so no combat occurred. Germany lost $3 to a Russian convoy. Russia threw a whole pile of units here into Romania. Germany's still got a few left, but Russia's got a big stack here. And these 3 tanks and the planes decided to retreat since the odds were no longer in their favor, and they lost all their lower value units. So that's a big thing that happened with Germany and Russia. Russia's in the middle of moving its stack of tanks and advanced mechanized out of Stalingrad there, or not Stalingrad, Novosibirsk. There we go. So that's what's going on there. They've kind of weakened their borders with Japan, but Japan doesn't have a lot of units. Japan's got 3 infantry here for the 3 they got there. We got 3 Russians here, 1 there, and they got 4 and 1. That's basically what they got on the northern border. So that's what happened there. The Japanese finally did something about these subs. So they did the keep trying to say cap, but it's map now. It's the same thing: combat air patrol, maritime combat air patrol. I guess you to make a new version, I guess they needed to make new terms for the same things. Anyway, we managed to successfully take out the British and the American submarines. So we'll see what happens there. There was a major battle between the navies. Let me move this over a little bit. I got too many things in the way. So the Japanese Navy was mostly here, though some of it came from here, and I had a few destroyers scattered around as a blocker. That all funneled in and attacked the Navy that was here. The Americans scrambled their 2 fighters out of the air base on the Caroline Islands. I believe it's the Carolines. I don't know. I can't even tell. It's not the Marshall. I think it's the Carolines. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. Anyhow, the Japanese were successful. The Japanese did bring in like 15, 17 destroyers, so that does help. So, and then, you know, they damaged the battleship, so that was a success for the Japanese. Although they did lose another thing to the Australians, who came in here and took their other bonus that they had. So they've lost both Java and Borneo in the last 2 turns, and that's going to start hurting the Japanese income. And as well, the stack of infantry that was in Burma and Siam has moved into northern and southern Vietnam here. And the British own that. The only thing holding them back is 3 infantry and 2 light tanks on one side, and on this border here there's nothing. So the Japanese got to get their ducks lined up. That's part of why they did this, so they could move the 5 transports they had up down here up to there, so they can start scooping some infantry and other land units out of the main Japanese islands. All right, since I'm already doing this, that's basically what FEC did there. They built a transport and a marine down there, and up here they built another fighter, a Gurkha, and a colonial right here on close to the border here. So we'll see what happens there. Last turn, the Americans attacked Portugal. So as a result, these became German, but the French walked in and the British fought German militia here and were successful. So that is now gone. The Free French Navy is on its way over to here to pick these guys up and maybe take out Madagascar. What else happened? There was no attack in Gibraltar this turn, so that's cool. The Italians, since I'm right here looking at the med, let's show you what the Italians did. So the Italians built a pile of dudes here and here. They moved 2 infantry and a mountain infantry extra in there, along with 2 fighters and a tactical. The Germans used their transport that they built over here to move an infantry and an advanced artillery in there to join the party. So that's starting to get stacked up fairly well, and the Italians had already built this coastal gun last turn. Hopefully they can hold on to that for their sake. Italy did take Cyprus from the British, so they gained $1 out of that. And the units that were here were used for that, or else moved closer to the British border. You belong in Malta. There we go. The Americans and the British weren't really in a great position. Let's just zoom that in a little bit. There's quite a few units in here. Last turn the Americans took this, so this turn they reinforced it a little bit with some units that were up here and some units that were in the home country, and they built a Navy port there that gives them a movement bonus. So now those transports can start doing a shuck in one turn across the Atlantic from the home country, or from here in one turn up into the English Channel if need be, or to Rome. So we'll see what they do with that. First I got to take out Gibraltar though, and Gibraltar's getting to be tougher and tougher. I was going to do it with the British this turn, but I just didn't have enough units that could land in one shot. And I mean, they only reinforced 3 other units in here, but it's starting to get tough. So we'll see. Attacking a mountain zone is always tough. Alright, I think that's more or less it. The Americans moved some Navy around. They didn't build anything on this side. However, they did complete some ships on this side. This turn, they lost their Navy, so they did complete a couple of fast battleships and 2 carriers, and they built these 4 planes to go on them this turn. Yeah, since I have no other fleet in the Pacific except for these 2 over here, which I forgot to do a convoy roll with. So why don't we just get that done right now? Might as well do that, because there's no point in doing this without convoying and stuff. So 2 coastal subs +1. The Japanese have no positive defense. So the 1 in 56 by Tokyo. Attacker is black for me all the time. So that is 5 versus 1. So that's 4 off. And we're going to do that again for the other one. And that failed. Defender worked. So there we go. All my battles I've shown with these things, so that at the end of my turn. I can see that. So the Japanese are going to lose $4 off their income from this sub there. That's probably why they took these subs out, because they were losing tons of money every turn and need to start turning the tide for themselves if they're going to win. And right now they're losing on the land like crazy, and that's where all the money is. So if you're losing your land and you're losing money in the ocean, you're kind of done. All right, so that is that. I'm just going to turn you over here. I know it's kind of awkward, and tip you up. All right, tech. What'll happen with tech is not really all that much, actually. I believe one of these, the Americans finished heavy bombers. The Russians kind of failed, and so did the Americans, almost everything. Actually, almost everybody failed in their tech rolls this turn. It was pretty pathetic, but these few I have stacked. Everybody except for France has got this one. This is Germany, Japan, and the British. All the Axis are in here. Wartime economy is all the Axis in Russia. Long range is all the Axis, Russia, and the US. I'm just running out of space, so I'm just stacking up 3. I'm leaving them in nice, neat piles there where you can see the whole gambit here. So what do we got? The French are up to 4 because the British took that over. So I need to collect them. They're $2 extra because I forgot about that. All right, that's nice. So the British gave them Vietnam back. Vichy's still at 5. The Dutch are up to 6 thanks to all the Australian work here. Australia's at 7. Italy just took another place, so it's up to 11 now. It's probably going to lose something next turn, though. These guys would have been up 2 more, but they gave it to the French, so FEC's moving up. They're not quite at full income yet. Why not? What are they missing? I don't know why they're not at full income. I'll have to double check. I think I can't remember their full income. British are down to 25 thanks to the Italians. Japan's down seriously because of all the attacks the British are doing to Vietnam and the Dutch islands. Germany's down to 52 this turn. They've lost a few colonies they gained last turn in a couple of places to Russia. Russia's up 2 from last time, I believe, or at least 1 anyway, to 60. And the Americans have stayed static at 65. So there we go. And everybody's at war with somebody. Russia's currently only at war with the Germans. The Japanese and the Italians decided not to do anything with them. It's possible to do the game that way. I may decide to just have everybody start attacking each other all of a sudden. I'm just not sure. Like, there's no point in if I was the Russian or the Japanese player, there's no point in engaging, and same with the Italian. The Italian can't engage subs without planes anyway, so that has not happened, and the Russian subs have just sat there, so maybe they got to do something this turn. Alright, so that's it. So that is the end of this turn. So we're moving on to January 45 next. So that means that'll be turn 18. And we are on 17 completed. I'm not sure if I'm going to do the variable end or just play right through till the end of this. It depends on what's going on. So far I don't have anything else scheduled with my table or any other groups, because I'm still apparently not allowed to have anybody in my house. I'm not talking diseases or politics on this channel, so we'll just leave it at that. Let's just say I had to quit my last game in the start of December, and I haven't been able to start another one with somebody else since. Anyway, hopefully you guys are having a good time and are able to play your own games. Enjoy.